All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off first and foremost by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to those that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Nathaniel from the GMS Camp Atlanta, coming back at you through the Spirit with another lesson. I pray and hope this lesson is edifying. Now we're going to go into I'm going to play a series of videos. And it's just things that happened recently, just things that's been happening recently, okay, to show you that Esau is genetically, okay, he is genetically predisposed to do evil, okay. It is programmed into his DNA. Just like a beaver is programmed to go out and bust down a tree, Esau is programmed to be evil. I mean, you all act like this is some big thing that you see these people doing all this evil shit in the world. The only thing we can do is pray for the Heavenly Father to put a speedy riddance to this cancer that's on the earth. Okay? Because this man, he thinks evil. His blood is evil. You know, the lineage of evil. They are evil people. Period. There are none good among them. Not one good among them. Now, of course, the Lord said, Yahweh Shai said there's only one good, but Yahweh, but I'm speaking in relative terms, okay, amongst people on earth. Comparatively, they are not good. There's none of them that are good, okay? They're genetically programmed to do evil. That's just the way that it is. I'm going to start off with a quick precept to prove that. This is Romans 9. All right. This is Romans 9 and 12. I'm just going to read it down to 21. It says, "And it was said unto her that the elder shall serve the younger. As it was written, Jacob have I loved, and but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? Yahweh forbid." You see, because he has a right hand and a left hand side. Okay? And somebody had to be put on the left hand side. It says, for he said to Moses, I shall have mercy on whom I shall have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. This is the Lord's, I can do whatever I want to do. Okay? So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh that showeth mercy. So it's Yahweh that gives us the mercy, okay? Because he wants to, plain and simple. It says, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this purpose. Listen to this, okay? Even for the scriptures say unto Pharaoh, even for this purpose I have raised thee up. I raised you up, made you just for this reason. Okay? I created you and made you and put you in this position just so I can do this. That I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout the earth. Therefore, he will have mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will hardeneth. So if he decides to harden you or have mercy upon you, there's nothing you can do about it. Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor. This dude was genetically created to be a dishonorable vessel. He was made to be a dishonorable, treacherous vessel. So there's nothing good that can come out of that line because they are all evil. They came out of a wicked line. I'll bring out another one. All right, so I'm going to go to the book of Ecclesiastes 1 and 15. And it reads, it says, that which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that is wanting cannot be numbered. Okay? So this devil was created, and this is why y'all keep saying, oh, yeah, the Esau can be saved, we gonna save it. Bro, he was made to be evil. Why is it so hard for you people to understand? And that's why the Lord gonna wipe out 2/3 of y'all people as well as Esau, because y'all can't understand it. And this infuriates me, man. You watch all of the things, all of the lies, everything that this devil has done, and you still don't want to believe that these people are evil. Their whole history is nothing but evil. Okay? This is John 8 and 44. And year of your father the devil. Now Yahushua is talking to Israel, okay? But year of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye shall do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and he abode not in the truth, because there was no truth in him. And this is speaking, this can be applied to Esau, okay? When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh on himself, for he is a liar and the father of it. And that's who Esau is. He is the father of lies and wickedness. All right? He is the lineage of evil. Now I'm about to play a couple videos, man, starting with this one right here.
I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us. That somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I had hoped for. For 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us.
All right, so this is the governor of Utah saying this. It wouldn't be one of us. Who do you think it was, man? Of course it's one of y'all. Okay? Of course it's one of y'all. You bald-faced, baloney lip, the most dangerous people on the planet Earth. But then you want to accuse Jake of being the ones that are evil. Okay, you want to make the Jake the face of evil, but y'all the ones running around wearing a black mask, running around killing everybody, destroying every damn thing. You know, with your phallic symbol on your chest and your bald face. Now this little boy, he going in. Okay? He's a father of lies. Now listen to this. This is a little boy, and I think this little boy is Jake, because he's too damn passionate about calling out the crimes of his so-called people.
13% of the population and 50% of the crime, you need to get... If you seriously believe the 13% of the population and 50% of the crime, you need to get fact-checked, and I'm about to do it to you. In 2016, white people committed 70% of the convicted crime, and black people only committed 27%. Then in 2017, white people committed 68% of the reported crime, and black people only committed 26% of it. And in 2024, white people committed 53% of the reported crime, while black people only committed 25%. So this narrative on 13% of the population, 50% of the crime is wrong. You know who actually commits 50% of the crime? White people. But guess what stat black people are 13% of the population and 50% in? Exonerations. You know, when they're wrongly convicted, all you're doing by spreading this fake fact is allowing more people to profile and be racist towards black people. Notice the highest percentage of people who are victims of white people? Black people. And if you look at all the shootings, guess who are the shooters? White dudes. So let's all think long and hard on who actually commits 50% of the crime.
You see that? And that's he looks to be a so-called white boy, but he's not. You see, this little boy looks angry. He's like upset about this because y'all are the ones who do all this shit. You kill your own, okay? I was watching a video where a black woman was found. She went to Cracker Barrel to have a job interview, and she went to the bathroom and she went missing. But come to find out, they was about to take her to a plant and grind her ass up. All right? Because now they're finding out for certain that these people are killing people and putting them in the food. But guess who's predisposed to a history of cannibalism? Oh, we'll eat them, so y'all should eat them too. This damn devil. Okay? He's the one that's predisposed to cannibalism. He'll eat his own, going and eating the pharaohs, the mummified pharaohs. It's good for your health. I mean, this is this dude's history. Okay? He's the one that's doing all this shit. Evil, straight evil. So he gonna grind people, and you wonder, where are all these dead bodies going? Graveyards aren't getting any bigger. When was the last time you seen them expand the graveyard or heard about a graveyard expansion project? Right? But you get hundreds of thousands of people that die every day. Where are the bodies? Well, they're probably in your goddamn stomach. Okay? Let's play the next one. Damn devil.
Billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs.
And look, they get a damn Jake. And look at his demonic looking ass. Like, you say this as a matter of fact. Like, this system ain't the thing that's creating all these homeless people. In a world where the Lord created plenty for everybody.
Of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something. Just kill them.
Yeah, Brian, why did it have to? All three of them motherfuckers need to be.
You see that? Just voluntary lethal injection. Just kill them. Let's play that again, man.
Or something. Just kill them. Involuntary lethal injection or something.
Decide that you're going to be locked up in jail, or you decide that you're going to be locked up. Take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something. Just kill them.
Yeah, Brian, why did it have to? All three of them motherfuckers need to be fired.
All right, so you see that? This dude is a devil, man. Like, god damn. You create a society where you have homelessness, and your result to that is, oh, let's just round them up and kill them. Let's just go ahead and kill all the homeless people. Where's it going to stop? You're creating a society where this shit happens. You piece of shit. Oh, I can't wait, man. I can't wait till the horrors, because they're already falling upon you, but I can't wait till the horrors fall upon you in its entirety. Okay? Because you people need to be destroyed. Y'all need to be wiped out. All right? And the Lord is going to be the one to do it. All right, so I'm going to play another video. Now, this is Kevin Trudeau. All right? He going to go into this. This is crazy.
Exploding Pinto. A lot of people don't remember. Ford Motor Company. They had the exploding Pinto. A lot of people don't remember this. But there was a car called the Pinto. And if you slammed into the back of the Pinto, on occasion, the gas tank, which was right there, exploded and the people died or got horribly burned. Tragic. Well, dozens of Pintos exploded and people were dying. And the truth that came out, the absolute truth, was the engineers knew before a single Pinto exploded. They went to the board of directors of Ford Motor Company and said, we have a problem. We have a car that's virtually going to kill 3,000 people next year. 3,000 human beings are going to die horrible deaths in horrific fires in our car called the Pinto because we have an engineering flaw. We have to do a recall. And you know what the board did? The board said, we all own stock, guys. They were all guys. We all own stock, guys, in the company. Let's do an analysis. If we do a recall and announce it, how much is it going to cost the company? And what's that going to do to the stock price? It's going to crash by 50%. If we do nothing and we settle with all 3,000 people, giving them $2 or $3 or $4 or $5 million each to the families, how much will it cost the company and what will it affect the stock price? Well, there's no comparison. It'll cost the company less and the stock price won't tank. And you know what the response was in the meeting? Fuck them, let them die. That's exactly what was said at that meeting.
You see this shit? These are the people that are in rulership right now. These people. You go and you buy a car from them with your hard-earned money. You go buy it. Just so you can have transportation back and forth to where you need to go. But these people designed a car that explodes if it gets hit in the wrong way. And we all know that there's collisions every day, hundreds of them, thousands of them every day. And if I get hit, there is a strong possibility, over 50%, that this car may explode and kill me or burn me. And yet, when you knew about this shit, did you recall it? No, you said, no, I need to make this money. Fuck those people and their lives. This is the lineage of this wicked ass man. This is what he does, what he's been doing for centuries. Okay? And I cannot wait till the Lord destroys this man and takes him out of power and he can suffer bitterly. Bitterly. Because, you know what? Let me just bring out this wisdom of Solomon real quick, man. It says, this is Wisdom of Solomon 2:8. It says, let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let's get the best things in this world. Let's take everything, all the resources, all the gold, all the silver, all the good things of this earth. Let's take it before it all dies, before it all withers, before it all goes away. Okay? It says, let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. Let's go everywhere and let's, populate the best lands and do everything we need to do. For this is our portion and this is our lot. Nobody appointed you to have that. You said, I'm going to take it. It says, let us oppress the poor, righteous man, and spare not the widows, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice, for what is feeble is found to be nothing worth. You see that? Well, if you ain't in my position, if you can't do what I do, then guess what? We're in the power seat right now. We were given the sword. If you can't challenge us with your might, you ain't got nothing to say. If you don't have the pen to pass legislation, you ain't got nothing to say. They legislate laws that hurt people. As a matter of fact, let's get, you know what? Let me get a couple of them. This is the book of Psalms. The book of Psalms 94. I'm sorry, it's 94:20. And it says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frame mischief by law? That's what they do. They frame mischief by law. They know something is going on and then they'll lobby, okay? They will go and lobby to the federal government, pay all types of money to get laws passed that would exempt them from any type of punishment, okay? So they won't reap the consequence of their actions. Okay? I'm gonna get another one real quick. This is Psalms 73. and 5, and it says, they are not troubled as other men, neither are they plagued as other men. Therefore, pride compasses them as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. You see that? This is why they don't get prosecuted for their actions. This is why they can go shoot you in the back and on live TV, or it gets recorded and they get a reward, a medal, or a old white bitch. I just watched a video today. This old white bitch comes out the house with to a public park. And two Jakes are walking their dog, and they say you don't belong here. This is a private area, and then come to find out it's a public park. But did anything happen to this white bitch for doing this? No. They have the legal authority to kill you, and nothing happens to them. All that's changing, though, but it's still happening. Okay? It says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart can wish. These CEOs of these companies make more money than their heart can wish. They do all the things that they... Look, $1 billion... If you know how much money $1 billion can last a man for generations. You got over 300 of them others? You got over 300 billion, Elon Musk? Or something crazy like 255 billion, something like that? Crazy amount of money. And you're still not satisfied? It says they are corrupt. Corrupt. And they speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Okay? Look at this. Look. These people are oppressed. Here. These people are being oppressed. They're homeless.
If you seriously...
Not this one. Where are we at? Yeah. These people are homeless and oppressed, and this is what they're going to do.
A choice. Either you take the resources, want to get the help that is necessary, don't want to take the program, homeless population, a lot of them, dollars to
This.
billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something.
Involuntary lethal injection. God damn, these people are just sick. This is Psalm 73 and 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. You see that? These people are being oppressed to the point to where they're forced out on the street in a land where everything is plentiful. Everything is bountiful. But you want to control every damn thing. Right? So you speak lawfully, like, oh, well, these homeless people. Hey, either you take the injection, or you get off the, or you take what we got to give you, or you just die. We just kill you, get you off the street, and then we're gonna chop you up and feed you to people, grind you up and make you into burgers. It's too many movies and too many things going for you not to believe that they're not killing people and feeding them to people. You know, through the spirit years ago. Before I even knew this was the thing, something told me to stop eating ground beef. So I started grinding my own beef because I knew there was something in the food. I knew it was. Okay? But these people have it so widespread that you can't even escape this shit no more. All right? That's what the scripture says. If this devil ain't taken out the way, no flesh should be left alive, because this dude has no honor, no integrity, he doesn't. He doesn't look at anything with. There's nothing sacred to him. There's nothing sacred to him. Okay, you got more than your heart can wish. You speak lawfully for about oppression. This is verse 73 and 9. Verse 9, it says, and they set their mouths against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. They're everywhere where they ain't supposed to be, trying to spread their stupid ass democracy, trying to spread their stupid knowledge, oppressing everybody, making themselves seem like they're the best thing since sliced bread, so to speak. Okay, but they're the worst thing that has ever been made on the earth. They're nothing. They're the basis of all men on the earth. Even the insects have more dignity than these people. Okay, the way that they think is twisted. They're the lineage of evil. And you continue on in verse 11 and 12, it says the same thing. It's like they're not troubled like other men. How are the godly and how have they increased? How do they continue to do this? When will they get theirs? But it's coming. Theirs is coming. It's here already. We just seen the beginning of it. Now, I want you to watch this because these are more of their lies that they caught up on. And I saw this. I was like, wow.
Let me show you just how strong the white supremacy propaganda machine
See, they like to control the narrative.
is. Do any of y'all remember this movie, World Trade Center, with Nicolas Cage in it? It was a real big deal because it was the first movie about the 9/11 tragedy. And of course, the movie is supposed to be based off of
It was the 9/11 military PSYOP operation. That's what it was, okay? Because it was done. It was planned by the U.S. government, and they're the ones who did it.
Actual events that happened that day. Well, according to the events that happened, there was a Marine that saved many lives and pulled people out of the wreckage, the rubble, from the World Trade Center buildings collapsing. And that Marine was very brave and valiant. He was an American hero. And in the movie World Trade Center, this is who they had to play the Marine. You can see him right there. Did y'all know that this is the actual Marine that was full of bravery and courage, that saved countless lives, that pulled people out of the wreckage and rubble? An American hero. But somehow, Hollywood thought that it was best to portray this American hero, who is a black man, as a white man. See, America has a long-standing history of lying about who black people are. When black people are brave and valiant, when black people...
No, that's enough about that. I just wanted to get the fact that they liars. That they lie. First of all, we're not black. But these people are liars. Okay? And they take everything from Jake and take credit onto themselves. And they control the narrative because they control Hollywood. They control the media. They control what you see. All right? Now, I have this chat GPT. I brought this up, and I just want to go over... just to back up with the first video I did with the that I played about the little boy. All right. And it says, I asked the question, why do they say that 13% of the population commits over 50% of the crime? I didn't even say black or anything like that, but Chat GPT knew what I was talking about. It says that line 13% commits over 15% of the population is a political talking point, not a neutral statistic. Here's the breakdown. So right off the muscle, it debunked it because what they're trying to do is hide their own wickedness. They're projecting their own wickedness onto Jake. Okay. And it says, here's the breakdown of what is based on and why it is misleading. It says where it comes from that 13% refers to the approximate percentage of the U.S. population. Okay. The 50% crime usually comes from the FBI Uniform Crime Report, UCR, that data that looks at arrests, not actual convictions, and not necessarily who committed the crimes. You see that? So they're not even looking at the crime or if whether or not these people are convicted. That's why he said, over 50% of the exonerations are so-called black people because, oh, you black, you going to jail. That's just what they do. It says people are citing it usually to point to violent crime categories like homicide, arrests, where black individuals have disproportionately represented in arrested statistics. So basically, they're saying that in statistics, they don't even include all the white people that are being arrested for these violent crimes. They only include the black people. It says, why is this misleading? Arrest, crime committed. Police actively reporting a systemic bias influence influence arrest numbers being arrested does not prove guilt. So they're biased against arrest. Not all crimes are included. The claim often focuses on violent crimes, murder, robbery, rather than all crime categories like fraud, embezzlement, DUIs, etc. Social economic context matters. High crime rate tends to correlate more with poverty, segregation, lack of opportunity than race itself. And this in itself is not true, because you can be poor and not commit violent crimes. The violent crimes and all those things are being perpetuated by Esau Edom, who is encouraging these crimes by putting drugs and guns and the music to fuel the prison industrial complex. All this is done by design because the government corporations have contracts. I'm sorry, the government has contracts. States have contracts with privately owned corporations to keep their prison beds filled. And how do they do that? Through rap music. Because if you come to find out that the same people who own the entertainment industry are also the ones who own the prisons. Isn't that something, right? Okay. Do you think that there's no conflict of interest there? Okay. It says, and I'll put that in Chat GPT to see exactly what it says. It says over policing and disparities. Okay, communities of color are more heavily policed, which increase arrest rates compared to underpoliced communities. You see that? We're gonna go in these nigger neighborhoods and police them. And we see somebody walking funny, we got to get him. FBI crime data shows that the most crimes in the U.S. are committed by white individuals simply because they make up a larger share of the population. And even if that wasn't so, they would still commit more of the crimes because they are genetically predisposed to be evil. The disparity in violent crime arrests between black and white individuals does exist, but criminologists explain it is a result of structural inequalities, not because of one group is inherently more criminal. No, that's not true. Esau is more criminal. Crime overall in the U.S. has been declining sharply since the 1990s. In short, 13% commits 50% of the crime is a talking point, oversimplified, misrepresented by FBI statistics, and ignores context and poverty, policing, and systemic inequality, and it conflates arrest with actual crime. See that? This is a bunch of fucking lies. Okay? Then I said, but is it true? It says, it is partially true in narrow sense, but very misleading without context. Let's break it down. And then, this statistic is false too, that we make up 12 to 13% of the population. That's not true. But right here, it says, is it true? What is not true or distorted? It says, it's not 50% of the crime. Most overall crime in the U.S. is committed by white individuals. Most overall crime. You see that? And we can just stop there. All right? So you see that statistically. So they have to create the narrative that Jake is the center of crime when he's not. He's not. What about wars? Is that not crime? When you go into other countries and bombing them, is that not crime? Okay? What about these corporations like the jab, where they push this on the people? Now you got all these people taking this jab, and now over almost 1 billion people done died throughout the earth. But you don't hear where's the where's the crime? Where's the prosecution for that? Isn't that a crime? Who's being held accountable for that? Okay, this is on top of the regular Edomites. You see, these people are liars. They are evil. They are the culture of death. You know what? Let's just go and get that real quick. This is Habakkuk. And we keep bringing out these precepts over and over and over again. But the reason being is because these are what's speaking right now. These precepts are what's speaking. Okay? Because we are seeing this stuff happen in the earth right now. Right now. This is Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. Verse 4, it says, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. He's not upright. Okay? He's twisted. But the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death. This is why death in this world is so prevalent. This is why everything is surrounded by death. You know, you got this drinking water that says it's a death drinking water. Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, liquid death, murder your thirst. This is the name of this goddamn drink. Water, liquid death. Like what? You see this? Liquid death. This man has a culture of death. He is as death. This is a real thing. Yea, also because he transgresses my wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto himself all nations, and heapeth unto himself all people. Okay, now I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to close out on this, because this is what's happening. This is verse 16. It says, thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. This is why all of these things are coming out about you, because the Lord is about to judge you with a very horrific judgment. And let thy foreskin and be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Your whole history, your whole existence has been nothing but lies, death, rape, robbery, and murder. You are indeed the lineage of evil. So with that, I'm going to end this off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kadash, Rakha Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles. Until the next time I say Shalom.